just to talk about the real issues of our world. And we start, unfortunately, with this. About 40 people arrested just north of Minneapolis. This was a second night of unrest over the police shooting of a black man. Police say Daunte Wright, 20 years old, was shot after an officer mistook her gun for a taser during a traffic stop. Daunte did not survive those injuries. And now, of course, we have days of protest, days of discussion, days of violence. And we want to talk about that and just overall the racial tensions in our country with Tyler Ho-Yin Sit. He describes himself as a rising progressive Christian voice, queer, millennial, Asian pastor. He is also the author of the new book, Staying Awake: The Gospel for Changemakers. Good to see you this morning, Tyler.
Good to be with you.
You're joining us from Minneapolis. Can you describe, for those of us here in Texas, what life is like this morning in your state?
It's just heartbreak layered on top of heartbreak. Last night, we were planning on having a vigil that was for the Wright family at 7 p.m. And then the curfew was called at 7 p.m. The National Guard came in. And so all the plans had to change. And people are just trying to figure out how to grieve while also knowing that there's so many eyes of the nation on us. And also knowing that the pressure of the Chauvin trial is still hanging over our heads.
Right. Gosh, I think about what's going on in your state right now with the Chauvin trial, with what just happened a few days ago with, my gosh, coronavirus and things are it's just, you guys are under a lot of pressure. I'm wondering, among the people who go to your church, for example, how do you ask them to show up for social justice and stay in this movement while doing so safely and in an authentic tone?
Yeah, so one of the questions that everyone in my community is always facing is, am I doing enough? Because there's so many problems that we're all facing. And that's why I think having a spiritual practice, some type of reflection to really discern that is so important. Some folks in our community were on the front lines breaking curfew last night. Some folks were donating money and medical supplies. Some folks were making meals for folks to make sure that everyone was looked out for. So we all have a part in the movement, but I think what's most important is that we get in touch with our true spiritual self to be able to discern that.
What is the key to creating multiracial communities that actually get along? This is, I mean, therein lies the problem.
So New City Church, the community that I started and pastor, the racial demographics of New City reflect the racial demographics of the city of Minneapolis almost to the percentage point. So we're kind of a microcosm of community that we're trying to create beloved community that creates love in the broader city, even under all of this stress. One of the key things that we found is not pretending like there isn't a history in the room. Like everyone walks in with baggage, everyone walks in with history, and there are power differentials in the community. And so as a community, of course, we all believe that everyone is a beloved child of God. Of course, we believe that everyone is equal. And we need to create community norms that reflect that some folks have been stepped on and are more afraid of traffic stops than other folks. Because if we don't create that, it's just another gaslighting, false lie that we can create community without engaging broader social justice conversations.
Yeah, I definitely hear you, Tyler. And listen, we've been working on getting you booked on the show for some time, really before all of this unrest broke out in your community, and we wanted to talk to you about it seems like a rise in violence against Asian Americans. I don't know that that's a perceived rise where all of a sudden it's getting attention, or if this is an underlying current that's been happening, but can you please give us your perspective?
And I mean, it's relevant to the Wright case because one of the things that we're seeing in the Twin Cities is a rise in Asian and Black solidarity. The hate crimes in the past year against the Asian community have risen precipitously. Stop Asian Hate said that there's been 4,000 Asian targeted hate crimes in the past year alone, and women are 2 to 3 times more likely to be targeted by these hate crimes. So we know that the Asian community is impacted by this, and we're seeing such harsh video on this right now. one of the things that is important to understand about all of this is that anti-Asian violence has been going on for the past 150 years in America. And depending on what's happening geopolitically, depending on what's happening socially, whether or not we're at war with an Asian country, there's kind of been this yo-yo effect of how that violence plays out. So right now we happen to be in a highly anxious moment. Rhetoric like the China virus is going around, so there's extra anxiety around Asians. But that is not an isolated incident. It's just a hiccup in a longer pattern of our country.
Yeah, Reverend Tyler Sitt, it's a discussion that needs to continue. I'm glad we just kind of hit the tip of the iceberg, but I appreciate your insight and really for bringing some hope to us this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I will share his information as well, you guys. We've got it in a graphic here so you can follow along and grab the book. It's tylersitt.com, on social media at tyler.h.sitt1. He is Reverend Tyler Sitt with New City Church, and you can find his book information on his website as well.